Gogh. This is a portrait of Camille Roland. In November and December 1888, Van Gogh painted portraits of the 5 members of the Roland family. Joseph, postman in the town of Arles, had taken a special interest in the Dutch artist. Here, 11-year-old Camille sports a blue cap and gazes intently outward. Van Gogh painted Camille twice, each time working quickly to capture the boy's rapt attention in youthful features. This version is noted for its harmonious brushstrokes and use of color. Van Gogh's beloved yellow invades the canvas, featuring the boy's face, adding highlights to his hat and jacket, and providing the solid background against which the figure is placed. Complementary colors, blue and yellow, green and red, play off each other, and unlike the pictures with the other family portraits, including one of Camille's mother and younger sister, also on view here. Van Gogh gave this portrait to Joseph Roland in gratitude for his friendship, and the portrait of Madame Augustine Roland and the baby Marcel was a gift to another friend, the painter Émile Bernard. Chance brought them together in Philadelphia in the 1940s when 2 collectors separately acquired them. I mean, not the painters, the paintings. Van Gogh. It's the same family Roland with the baby. And would you believe this is also Van Gogh? Very not typical. I can't believe it. He painted this one in 1885. So our understanding of when Van Gogh painted the floral still life was shifted various times, reflecting new research and discoveries. It was originally dated to the period that he lived in Roenen in the Netherlands, but later scholars believe Van Gogh created it during the time in Paris, based on stylistic similarities to floral compositions he made there. In 1992, it was determined that this painting had been included in 1903 exhibition of his work that he had abandoned in his atelier in Nuenen. Close examination of the painting's surface has revealed signs that it was stacked among other canvases at some point, lending further support to the theory that Van Gogh made this work in the Netherlands. This gray and green pot holding the flower, which has been identified as a current beer mug. God, such research. Details available in Nuenen. Van Gogh left his studio props as well as this painting on his departure for Antwerp and later Paris, taking only his canvases and brushes. This looks more like the Dutch masters, doesn't it? Can you imagine this? Contrast this. And then, this is Paul Gauguin. This is Paul Gauguin. Paul Gauguin painted still life. This was still life with moss roses in a basket in 1886. Following a difficult visit with his wife's family in Denmark, during which he decided to give up his business career, devote himself entirely to art. Back in Paris, he stayed briefly with Emile Schaffenmacher, stockbroker and artist to whom this painting is dedicated, and wrestled with how to define his work in relation to the artistic debates of the time. This tranquil picture of delicate moss roses in a basket filled with dainty ribbon bells in the drama upheaval of his life, focusing instead on the transience of the blooms, which appear to have been brought in from a garden and laid beside a kitchen towel prior to being arranged in a vase. During the course of 1886, Gauguin would gradually distance himself from the Impressionist movement and leave Paris for Brittany. He began to create works with symbolic or hidden meaning, executed on bright places of complementary colors with heavy contours. This is Oso. Isn't that a famous tiger one? This is called Carnival Evening 1886. In this painting, devoted to the festive carnival costume, stands before a forest of barren trees. Backlit by the glimmer of twilight and a full moon, they appear to shine. This outwardly presence in the middle of the landscape is echoed by a small cluster of fluffy clouds that hover high. See the fluffy clouds hover high above. Unbeknownst to the couple, a face peers out from an unusual lamp-lit structure behind them. Do you see that? Well, there's the couple. Oh yeah. You see? There's a face looking at them. Interesting detail I never would have seen. Somewhere between the lower strata of fog and the starry heavens above. Henri Rousseau, imaginative, stylized scenes like Carnival Evening were often inspired by motifs found in illustrated books and evoke realms of innocent wonder interrupted by an unexpected, perhaps threatening presence. Although untrained as a painter, he was an officer in the French Customs Service. Rousseau was celebrated for the directness of his style by many avant-garde artists of the early 20th century, including members of the Cubist and Surrealist movements. Similarly, collectors attracted to modern art such as Stern or Louis and Walter Ehrenberg brought paintings by Rousseau to display alongside their works by Picasso, Matisse, Klee, Miro, and others. Okay, so that's the end of that. Goodbye.